I mean, they're just really annoying to deal with. They're not really actually destroying anything, unless he takes down this Evo chamber that's pretty low on health at this point.
I mean, I kind of wonder what game he's playing right now, because it looks like he's playing Perfect Dark. I mean, do you remember that gun, or that like laptop turn gun that you would like throw somewhere? You know, I mean, it looks like look how many auto turns he has. He did just take out one of JohnnyReb's buildings with the auto turns, but
right,
I mean,
he did finally take down that Evo chamber. But yeah, I don't think he wants to be playing StarCraft anymore. Maybe he's playing engineer in Team Fortress 2.
Oh yeah, just building all of his turrets. he's covering that one base, that one corner where all of his units will just be hanging back. He's like, don't worry about it, guys. My turrets got this.
Oh, but here comes a huge tank Hellion push right into the front here.
I love how the Hellions are just
are following that one tank bouncing around. Yeah,
like
that's not bad, because at least your Hellions don't get
too far ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but wait a second. Oh, here they go.
Oh man, this is not optimal engagement for the Terran here.
Oh man, but the Banelings are coming in, and the Banelings are just gonna be cleaning up that entire force. Oh my gosh, if the Banelings get in there, oh my gosh, all the Marines get spread apart.
And here comes some burrowed infestors.
Oh man, talk about timing on this. Will he be throwing down some more? Yeah, get that infested Terrans all up in his face now. Oh, those Marines are about to be pummeled to death, and the Ravens
completely cleaned up this push. He's actually 10 food ahead now.
But will these infestors get away from this Hunter Seeker missile?
Oh! A millimeter away from this infestor.
Oh man.
No, the Hunter Seeker missiles could follow burrowed infestors. That's actually really interesting. It makes sense because Ravens detect, but once they're out of detection range, like, the Hunter Seeker missiles should go get lost, right? You would think.
Not according to this, dude. He's still playing, you know, Perfect Dark, man, and just throwing down all of his auto turrets, man. And you know, he is that engineer in Team Fortress, so you know. Instead of Marines, you know, he's just deciding to go that engineer build. That's what he's doing.
Absolutely.
So, oh, but for right now, he is going to be pushing more in with his Blue Flame Hellions and the Marines. But oh my gosh, do you see how many Banelings he has on the high ground with the infestors?
Here they come.
Oh man, here they come, and they are about to decimate this force. Oh, look at all the Marines go down.
We're seeing some terrible engagements by ksTussin. I mean, this is really, really bad. The
Hunter Seeker missile takes out all the Banelings, and the camera flies way up north. Oh my gosh. Oh man. I'm about to lose my freaking mind, and he's still dropping auto turns in his base.
Oh, don't use Banelings to. Oh no. Banelings should never clean up auto turrets. It's not worth losing all that gas for something that's free for the Terran. It's just energy.
Oh,
use Zerglings to take those out for sure. I mean,
and he's about to lose the Queen. The Queen does go down. Oh.
But we are seeing some terrible engagements by this Terran player. I mean, his first attack, he sieged all his tanks at the front, and then all his Marines were in the way back not doing anything, and all his Hellions were still following that one tank, not doing anything really either. So he lost that whole army. And then his other engagement, like, also went really, really poorly. I mean, Banelings just completely cleaned up. The Zerg could have done something a little bit better, where he should have fungled the all those Marines first, and then thrown in those Banelings, because then guaranteed the Marines can't get away. But he still cleaned it up easily, and like he's 20 food ahead in food now, so like he's doing really well.
Yeah, and we also have JohnnyReb going to start making some Broodlords. I think this is a wise decision from him, and also be taking so many more expansions. But unfortunately, one of the expansions may be taken out by these auto turns. I mean, he's got 3 auto turns at this one expansion, but unfortunately, he's got, you know, not enough to take that out. But ksTussin is just keeping on this harass with this constant auto turns. Man.
Right, these turrets aren't doing a lot of damage, but they are really annoying to deal with. I mean, you have to constantly be sending Zerglings to go take those out, and they're essentially free for the Terran player. All they cost is time and collection of energy, so it's not a bad thing. But I don't know. Personally, I wouldn't still be building Ravens at this point. There's Broodlords all over the back of the base here, just taking stuff out.
Yeah, and you know, I think this is probably a good response to the fact that the Ravens were putting down all those auto turrets, you know, and just pretty much it's free attack for him, whereas now ksTussin also has all of these Broodlords just popping off shots now at the extra command center at the front that he built, and Now he's
He
going
does
to
have a fusion core. I didn't even see him build this, so he actually is ready to build battle cruisers at any point here. I don't know if he's really going to. It looks like he's really liking this Raven.
Yeah. Oh man. But all these auto turns being put down more and more in front of it, but they're not going to be able to attack with all of those broodlings underneath. You know, because their focus now is on the broodlings, not the brood lords. So,
right, I actually think this is kind of a mistake on the Zerg's part. He should have kept a few corruptors in this mix, because as we see, like 2 Vikings are coming out, and like there's nothing that the Zerg has to stop these 2 Vikings from picking off all these brood lords, and they're so expensive. I mean, you're gonna lose so much here. That he definitely should have some corruptors to just clean up these Ravens, clean up these Vikings, and then push in with the brood lords. Absolutely.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, he is really doing a lot of damage to these broodlords just with these 2 Vikings. I mean, gosh.
He's actually going to clean up every single one of these broodlords. It's actually ridiculous. Like, he at least should have pulled back these broodlords or something, gotten some anti-air to defend them. Not really sure, but he definitely shouldn't be sacking all of these broodlords.
Yeah, and the broodlords are just whittling down that 1 armory.
We do see 2 battle cruisers coming out, though. He built them right before the fusion core went down.
Apparently, yeah. Those battle cruisers are going to come and try to help out tussin and his Raven army. Man.
Yeah, we are seeing air versus air in this game, which is so unorthodox in a TVZ.
Yeah. Yeah, this is very rare, honestly. But right now, as you can see, there's tons of turrets that are going to be thrown down in JohnnyReb's base. And oh my gosh, the amount of devastation that this could cause for JohnnyReb is just unimaginable, because right now he's just going to keep this harassed. I mean, this is psychological damage, though, to JohnnyReb.
Here comes the battle cruisers, too. That's got to be a punch in the face. You're like, oh, you already got BCs out. I got very little to deal with this now. He does have corruptors, finally, that he's just going to stick to, hopefully.
Yeah, and even more auto turret. Man, seriously, like, I mean, he must just have a bunker filled with auto turrets, you know? He doesn't even want to waste Marines on this attack. I mean, he's just sitting back, relaxing, chilling, just making sure that the detection is there. You know, you know what, though? I believe that JohnnyReb should really start focusing firing on that battlecruiser, but luckily the battlecruiser does go down, putting down more auto turrets. Man, finally getting all of that cleaned up. I really think he should just get some mutas or something like that, you know, and then really force him to make more auto turrets in places that he probably doesn't want to. But
right, absolutely, or force him to really do anything with this composition besides mass Raven. Really, like, he should be attacking this front. He should be forcing this Terran player, especially after cleaning up his whole army multiple times. Like, you should be attacking. You should be like figuring out what you can do to close out this game, not just building a couple of broodlords and sacking them to a bunch of Vikings.
yeah, and right now one of those corruptors goes down, and unfortunately that Viking is going to be able to take out that corruptor. Bam!
Oh, and we see all of these Zerglings on move command going by this push and getting completely cleaned up. This is
now he's sieging. Oh, finally going to be cleaning that up. But the infestors, oh, they get shot off on a little bit, get a little bit of damage on those. And is that queen really going to take out that? Nope. But these infested Terrans are popping off and just like bam, bam, bam. The infested Terran. Dude, there's still more auto turrets in his base. This is out of control. This is just absurd.
He actually built spore crawlers everywhere now because he's so annoyed by all these ravens that keep showing up and dropping turrets everywhere. I mean, this is ridiculous.
He really should probably do more creep spread, probably to the more edge of his base, because that's really where he's putting all those auto turrets, just walking in. So
right, he definitely should have the spore crawlers on the very tip of the space, so the ravens can't even get close enough to drop the turret. That would definitely help a lot. But I mean, I gotta be honest, man. I can't believe this game is still going on. I don't even know what we're doing here, man. We're seeing a bunch of broodlords attacking the main once again. Terran doesn't really have much to deal with this now. Kind of got cleaned up, so we're gonna have to see. Like, he's sending in the Marines, but is it gonna be enough?
Yeah, Terran's got a lot of Marines. Oh, but they're stimming and they're focusing firing on those broodlords, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough. But unfortunately,
and the tanks do splash on the Marines because of the broodlings.
Talk about friendly fire, man.
I know, they clean themselves up on that one.
He's like, hey, dude, take care of the enemy. And this is the tank saying, you know, to go take care of the enemy. I'll help you out from afar. Oh wait, You got enemies near you. Oh man, I gotta take that out before they come to me, man. Got a self-righteous tank. But man,
here comes all the Ravens up again to drop these turrets, but there's a lot of corruptors now. I don't think this is gonna go very well.
Yeah, and I'm kind of curious. Does the air? How's this? Does the air attack go onto the auto turn, or is it the ground attack that goes on the auto turn? I believe it's the air attack. Oh, we have a Hunter Seeker missile! Bam! Nothing happened. Another one goes down. Still nothing happens, and those Ravens are worthless right now.
Absolutely. Actually, I can't answer your question. Auto turrets count as buildings, so you have to get high-tech auto tracking to upgrade them.
Ah, well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Like if you click on the Raven, you'll notice there's no upgrade for their attack. It just says defense, the ship plating that you can get. They don't actually have bonus for attack if you get the research upgrades for that.
Good call.
Yeah.
Once again, always a good call, but a lot of Banelings and a lot of Zerglings chilling at the front, just whittling down his forces with the few Broodlords that he has. But look how many Corruptors he has. I think he's just sick of his air. And
he's really tired of these Ravens, man. He's not going to fall for that again.
But, you know, something that we did miss, though, there was 4 Banshees that came up to the top of the map and just cleaned up that.
Oh, wow. They actually did clean up this base. All these...
drones.
All these drones are burrowed, which is a nice move. That was a really good call by JohnnyReb here. I mean, if ksTussin was paying attention, he definitely could have scanned and cleaned some of this up. But I think he's a little focused because there's Broodlords taking out all of his production right now. So.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, we saw all of those Banelings being used up against ksTussin's force, and right now ksTussin's just going to be trying to get away as quickly as possible. But now his base is being, I can't tell if it's being repaired or losing minerals at the same time. I think it's, yeah.
JohnnyReb is just making pure lings now. We see the 65 lings.
Oh, look at that mini-map.
Yeah, it's huge string.
It's the flying V of Zerglings! That's what we're talking about.
Down. I mean, this is going to be very, very hard to deal with. I mean, there's nothing really that can deal splash damage against all these Zerglings anymore. I don't even see what units does ksTussin have here. He has 4 Banshees, 8 Marines, and a Raven. I mean, it's time to GG, man. Like,
yeah, pretty much.
Not a lot that can do any damage anymore.
I mean, I think you should just throw down some mules and maybe slash dance to, like, you know, just say, hey, JohnnyReb, I think you got this game in the bag. I think his overconfidence really, you know, brought in this game. It was just like saying, you know what, I don't really need to take you out because honestly, I think you're not that great of a player, but unfortunately JohnnyReb showed him wrong in this matchup. I mean, he defended all of those auto turrets. I mean, I guess he's a better player at Team Fortress and as well as Perfect Dark because no more auto turrets, man.
Absolutely. I mean, that's as I said before, you should never ever go into a StarCraft game thinking, this will be easy, I can just do whatever. Like, no, you actually have to play very, very hard every single game because this game's all about timing. And if you're relaxed and you kind of don't really motivate yourself to constantly be on top of all your timings, then it's very easy for your whole entire build to fall apart. And then, you know, as we could see in this game, it's 39 minutes later, and he lost the game, but it was all because he really just made way too many Ravens and really just hung out for way too long.
Yeah.
He did not do any early aggression. He did not do any of the wonderful attack that we were seeing in the first game. All this wonderful, like, dropping and constant aggression, sieging tanks in the front, dropping in the base in the back, like a lot of different stuff that forces the Zerg to just be completely distracted and not focus on his macro. So we're actually going to see these Broodlords completely overrun this base now, and there's nothing at all that tussin can do.
ksTussin just building supply depots on the high ground. Like,
well, he is still catching up on all the supply depots he lost. So.
Yeah, but man, I mean, honestly, I mean, now
JohnnyReb does has this one Zergling that's blocking this expo too, which is wonderful. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point, but it's just a nice little addition. Like, a nice little. You can see the SCV just really wants to build it, man. That's why he's there. He's like, I want to build a command. Oh, damn it, I can't do that.
I can't do it because I can't. Because why?
There's stuff in the ground here, man.
And
it feels weird.
And this time, at that moment, he's like, damn it, I could have used a Raven.
Absolutely.
And GG comes from tussin.
Finally.
Oh man, what a crazy game this was. Alright, so they both leave the game. Now it's JohnnyReb takes this game. ksTussin has one game. So we're going to be going into the third game. Definitely check us out on the third game. See you there.